Juno, actually like to come to you because I feel like you're very talented at kind of taking, I mean, talented full stop, but at taking, I suppose, it's not just about being trans, what you create. So how important is that to you?
I think, you see, my introduction into TV writing has been so strange. Like, I felt like the work I've done with novels kind of gave me this sort of strange, sort of secret side entrance into TV. It all came about because people were trying to option one of my books, and you can only option it once. So people were like, well, what else have you got? And I was like, well, here's a list. Goblins on Mars, let's go. And I've never been short of ideas, and I realised there was this whole other way for me to sort of generate income just by sort of spraying things up a wall and seeing what sticks. But I do it really well. But I think of the things that I have had in development, some of them have been about being trans. Like my memoir was optioned at one point. It's going to be sassy trans girls living in London. Great. Didn't get made. Whereas some of them have not. I had, because my background was in YA novels, I've had at least 2 British Buffies in development. Thank you, again, didn't get made. And again, the work that I was doing kind of ultimately led to Doctor Who, which, if you are paying attention, there is a little bit of trans subtext in my episode. If you, like, the director photographer was a trans woman, and she was like, see what you did there? And I was like, thanks. Because I sometimes think it's nice to squash the vegetables under the mashed potato. And kind of, I think you can sneak in a lot of agenda into Doctor Who and into genre.
Looks really confused.
I was trying to figure out that metaphor.
Just smuggle in the vitamins.
Oh, because if you don't like vegetables.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you like vegetables, then...
Yeah, just hide it in the mash.
Right.
Hide it in the mash.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, hide it. I gift you that.
Thank you.
And I think with genre stuff, with sci-fi and fantasy, you can talk an awful lot about the state of the country, the state of the nation, which is what Russell T Davies, who's in charge of Doctor Who, does so well, which is... So I think even though on the surface of it, a lot of my work has nothing to do with me being trans, actually everything I do is about being trans. Because even when I'm writing a cis straight character, I've never been cis or straight a day in my life, so I'm making it up. So everything I write comes through a prism of transness. It's just kind of how obviously it does so, I think.
I think what I would like to discuss now is
my hair is natural.
I mean, it's fabulous, much better than my
Such a
updo.
panel of transgender women, Jesus.
When we were speaking, was it like 2 weeks ago, a few of you mentioned that you wondered if you'd been hired just to tick a box.
The diversity hire, yeah.
So I suppose, like, what does genuine inclusion look like for people as opposed to you feeling that you haven't just been a box tick?
Right. I think we've maybe all experienced the same thing in casting. You get an offer in to play Well, you get lots of offers.
You're going to say. We can all say it in unison. We know exactly what it is.
Oh, let's do it because it'd be really funny if they're three different
Okay.
things. We all get asked to play
2,
sex workers.
What did you say?
We should have said nuns. We all get offered to play sex workers, but then what happens? You get quite a few offers, but what has also happened to me, at least at least twice I can turn, I reckon, they go, oh no, it's not just a sex worker. She's the madam of the house.
Yeah.
She's got agency. Yeah, no, this is different. It's not different. You're the 5th person to do that this week.
Yeah.
Like reframing it. The transgender is a complicated subject for a lot of people.
There was a long spell in Silent Witness when we were really well cast as dead bodies on mortuary slabs.
Yeah.
A big run of that.
Although I will say, Holby City, I was meant to be a sex worker, and I said, please, could she not be a sex worker? So they just made me a junkie. And a thief, a junkie and a thief. But, it's a step in a different direction.
That's what I call hiding the vegetables beneath the mat.
Shit it.
So in terms of inclusion, there's like a way in that we think is the way in, and there's a few steps behind. They're thinking they've opened a really amazing liberal door, and it's still there.
Was it you, Jordan? Can we spill the tea on I think it was you that said that you tried to get a show commissioned, but you were told that there was already another trans
Oh,
show.
that was
yeah,
me.
but I
That
can't-
was me, I think. Yeah.
No, was it you?
Yeah.
Can we spill the tea on that?
It's
I'm putting you on the spot.
and I don't want to land myself in trouble. Please hire me. But no, I was told it was when Gender Games, which was my book of essays about being trans, my trans woman in the city show, and we were told at 2 networks that, well, we've already got something very similar. And the thing that they had that was similar was that they were being written by a trans woman and they were about being trans. And I don't think that would be true, for example, for brunette women finding out something mysterious about their husband at 9 p.m.
Coming to Channel 5.
Any channel. Any channel. A prestige brunette discovers a secret. Sorry, oh my God, please hire me, please hire me. Right, I'm just going to stop talking.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there is still that element of, if there is another trans show, I'll put it to you, Jordan, that people are a bit more reluctant to be like, well, we do already have that one, or we already have that actress playing that role?
Yeah.
And what do people in the room need to do?
Even in early development of the sitcom, there was a competing project that had nothing to do with it. It had sort of more of a Mrs. Doubtfire type of a feel to it, which was the same space, but according to these people. I'm a stand-up comedian, and you very rarely see a couple of transgender people on the same bill unless they're really leaning into that. So we're either all here at the same time, or there's only one of us floating around in space in a vacuum. It's not a thing to ignore. It's really cool to celebrate our differences. I wrote an entire sitcom about being transgender. That's all she talks about. It's really cool, but it's like she does it. So I think celebrating people's differences, and it's a hard thing to ask people to do, so celebrate differences without collecting us like Pokemon, all the different types of people, and sticking one of each on a thing. You don't have to create a false balance. You also don't have to create an actual subsection of society. That's kind of a weird way of doing it, because otherwise there'd be a square inch of one of us sat here if it was actually a percentage of society. We're hardly anything. Look, there's loads of us being all transgender up here right now.